1933 is when they started monetizing us and pledging us as collateral for the debt. Now, to register, the word register means to abandon.
Yeah.
And when you register a car or a birth or a house, you're giving it to the government. You're giving your legal title to the government, and you only retain equitable title, which means that you have the use of that property. The government allows you to use it, thinking that you own it. Clear evidence of this is anyone who owns a house, look at their mortgage, and you're referred to as the tenant. Not the owner, the tenant. So if you think you own your house, you're mistaken. Same with your car. The reason why they can impound your car is because you registered it, and under maritime admiralty salvage laws, they come along and they adopt it. In the case of the birth registry, they adopt the abandoned child. 1933 is when they started monetizing us and pledging us as collateral for the debt. Now, to register, the word register means to abandon.
Yeah.
And when you register a car or a birth or a house, you're giving it to the government. You're giving your legal title to the government, and you only retain equitable title, which means that you have the use of that property. The government allows you to use it, thinking that you own it. Clear evidence of this is anyone who owns a house, look at their mortgage, and you're referred to as the tenant. Not the owner, the tenant. So if you think you own your house, you're mistaken. Same with your car. The reason why they can impound your car is because you registered it, and under maritime admiralty salvage laws, they come along and they adopt it. In the case of the birth registry, they adopt the abandoned child. 1930.
All right. Shalom, call on Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rekah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. And I came across this video right here, man. And we've heard over the years, our apostles and elders, and brothers on down, they talk about how we don't own anything, man. We don't own anything in this world. Okay? And the scriptures tell you that we will wonder, look. And that's in Deuteronomy. I think it's 7. Okay, no, it's in 28. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Okay, because what the man said, all right, they started to monetize us, okay, 1933. Okay, and this is, honestly, it's the truth, when you go back, and do your studies on that, it's the truth on that you don't own anything. We don't really have to fact check because that's the truth. Okay? It's the truth according to the scriptures. It's the truth. You don't own nothing in here, man. Everything is temporary here. Okay? That's why the Lord told you not to lay up treasures on earth. Okay? And we'll get that. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahawah shall send against thee in hunger. Okay? And honestly, man, we're hungry spiritually and physically, man. The food that we are, the food that we are given has metals in it, chemicals. It's killing us, man. And in thirst, our waters don't even have the minerals in it, man. Okay, you go to get your H2O, you go to get your water from your fruit, and your fruit don't have seeds in it. Everything is fucking genetically modified. All right, you have to go to a hole in the wall farm that's still serving, or organic, natural grown stuff, And in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. Okay, what we in want of? A house, a car, to own these things, man. Okay. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Okay. Okay, good Lord. Oh, Salakia. Okay, and in want of all things. Okay, that's the thing. We're going for the one of all things. Okay, Let's get the NLT version. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48 in the NLT. You will serve your enemies whom the Lord Yahawah will send against you. And this is talking to you so-called blacks, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You guys consist of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, go on your phone and look up the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. All right. You will serve your enemies whom the Lord Yahawah will send against you. Okay. What does man say?
1933 is when they started monetizing us and pledging.
Monetizing and pledging.
1933 is when they started monetizing us and pledging us as collateral for the debt.
As collateral for the debt. We're slaves. You will serve your enemies whom the Lord Yahawah will send against you. You will be left hungry, thirsty, naked, and lacking in everything. Okay, the Lord Yahawah by Yahawashi will put an iron yoke on your neck, oppressing you harshly until he has destroyed you, man. Okay, and hey, look, it shows you that we are under, hard bondage, man. Okay.
Collateral for the debt. Now, to register, the word register means to abandon. Yeah. And when you register a car or a birth or a...
You don't really own nothing on here, man. You don't own nothing.
House.
We don't even, I heard the apostles and elders say this. I can't pinpoint which apostles said this, but our children don't belong to us, man. Our children are, our children are product of really we're slaves. So it tells you in the law, okay, and I'm not gonna get it. Just go do your research. It tells you in the law that if a man, got with a woman under his master's, under his boss's house, and he didn't bring that woman in, that woman was there. Okay, that woman was there. She belongs to the master of that house. Okay. And he went there to go work for however many time. If he end up having children with her, that children, they all gotta stay with that master. Okay, well, I'm actually get it real quick. All right. Exodus 21 and 5. Salakia. Exodus chapter 21, verse 5. I started at Exodus chapter 21, verse 3. Okay, well, I'll start at 2. If thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. And this is set up, for that young man to have something when he get out there, to really own something. Okay, to learn the ways of, why he's working under that master. That master, is going to teach him the ways of how to handle business, how to handle cattle, okay? And actually own something, own something, man. And really have that, and that be his for the rest of his fucking life. And Babylon the Great, we don't own shit, okay? Verse 3, Exodus 21, verse 3. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him, okay? Verse 4, if his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. Okay? Showing you that we didn't come in this bitch with a woman. We came in this bitch on slave ships with our woman in captivity with us, but Esau, you know what I'm saying? We came in with iron yokes upon our necks, man. Okay? Esau wouldn't give a fuck who was together or not. They was all slaves. Okay? But showing you that if his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him, and we have all gotten away from here, man. And as people go to the damn court system and get married, that's Esau giving you a damn wife. And she have borne him sons or daughters. The wife and her children shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself. So that's the thing, man. These children, our women don't really belong to us, man. Most chances are you're not the first one to pop her. You're not the first one to give her get the tokens of virginity. You're not the first one, okay? All right. Verse 5, and if the servant, well, that's the point, okay? Jumping back here.
And when you register a car or a birth or a house,
showing you that we don't have nothing, man. That's what the Lord said. Okay? This is why we have examples of this. All right? All right? Straight to the point. Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Who's that main thief? Okay, Esau, Edom. You thinking you own shit, but you don't. Verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. And that's how we're going to be able to, really own something. The treasures. We own the treasures that we laid up in heaven, because those works, the Lord will not forget them. Okay? All right? Where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt. Nothing could corrupt our works. Okay? If we be of the elect. Okay? And where thieves do not break through nor steal. They can't steal our works. They can't steal that hard, labor. Okay? Like I'm thinking of the apostles and elders. They put hard labor in this truth. And it can never be, it's going to be paid out, Lord willing. Okay? It's going to be paid out. Nobody can steal that from them. They own that hard work. Verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And this is why the Lord, constantly told us, man, keep thy eyes single, okay? And I'm going to have to shut it down before my phone dies. Probably don't even own the fucking phone. You stop paying the phone bill, you don't own the shit, right? Okay, Matthew chapter, I'm going to see if that was the same scripture. Same area, yep. There was one more down. Okay, reading on, verse 22. Okay. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. And if it's full of darkness, it's full of the cares of this world, okay? If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness, okay? No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other. And you 2/3 Jakes, you love this world, man. Because you perceive all the carnally things to be, treasures, okay? All right? When the real true treasures is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and having the Lord as your refuge, okay? Having the Lord as your protection. All right? For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. Okay? Real quick, and this is why we can say that man was telling the truth, because this statement was said it says, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy is a phrase from a 2016 article published by the World Economic Forum, in which Danish social democrat Ida Akun outlines her vision of the future. The phrase has been used by critics who accuse the World Economic Forum of Design restrictions on ownership of private property. Okay? The phrase has also been used by critics. And let me say this, Shalom Kalo Yahawashi Yahawashi by Hashem Kakudash, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, and Shalom to a double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm going to keep going to this video die. So we got that out the way, okay? The phrase has also been used by critics of the subscription business model and software as a service. So we don't have to, man, listen. Going back here, this man, we don't have to fact check them because listen, that was said in the World Economic Forum. And guess who put us on that? Our apostles and elders, man. The true, who we believe to be the true prophets, man, of the Lord. Those are the only ones sounding that alarm that you don't own shit here. Okay, they're the only ones sounding that alarm, man. Okay, they're not in the merge spirit. They letting you know that this here is a place of drawing waters, as it says in the scriptures, man. Continual work, never owning nothing. Okay, servitude. The Lord Yahawashi is coming to save us, and that's what, your Lord willing, we build that number, and that's what we're telling. You know, that's what we've been told, and that's what we're going to continue to tell.
A car or a berth or a house, you're giving it to the government. You're giving your legal title to the government, and you only retain equitable title, which means that you have the use of that property. The government allows you.
You have use of that property. What did it say right here? You will own nothing and you will be happy. And that's a proud ass statement. You will own nothing. But guess what? In a sense, to their eyes, is deemed as righteous because we are their slaves. We are captives right now. We are captives of war. We're slaves right now. Okay? All right? They don't want their slaves getting out of hand. And which Dan is social democratic. Ida Akan outlines her vision of the future. And this is the vision of the future. So if you thought, how much more in the future? You're not going to own shit. The phrase has been used by critics who accuse the World Economic Forum of desiring restrictions on ownership of private property, man. You see how they dealing with those people with the land in South Carolina, man? Swooping that shit right from up under the legs, man. Okay? Right up under their feet. Swooping that shit. Taking it. Okay? They control the farmers. All right?
Title, which means that you have the use of that property. The government allows you to use it, thinking that you own it.
Somebody said, no mortgage either. We pay property tax, but we haven't allowed a county assessor on my property since 1987. No. Oh, let me see. And that's the problem with you motherfuckers, man. You motherfuckers think you're gonna outsmart the government, man. Okay, you think listen, this is what that guy's pretty much saying. But guess what? Okay, Yamala. Yamalaya. Might be a Hebrew Israelite name, okay? All right. We literally don't own anything in the U.S. Even your life isn't yours. I don't see why anyone would want to come here. You still don't own if have to pay it off in full. You still have to pay taxes, and your kids still pay taxes on it after you die. So at what point do you own it? Pretty much, okay. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, And thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. Okay, man. And that's the thing, man. Foxes have. This is why we're pilgrims upon the earth. As Azaria was saying last night, man. Oh, well, one of the brothers was saying last night, Slakia. All right, Luke chapter 9, verse 58. And this statement is still true. Because Yahawah was saying that brothers have to move every 3 and 4 years, man. We really don't get grounded anywhere because this place ain't our rest. Okay? We got to constantly keep moving. You know, we're not living like these rich Edomites. We're not living like, we're not living good out here, man. All right? Luke chapter 9, verse 58. And Yahawashi said unto him, foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. And the true place where you're going to lay your head is in the kingdom, man. That's your true place. That's where you belong. Okay? Anywhere outside of that, you really don't have a home. You don't have a military army to back you up. Okay? You don't have the Lord, Yahawashi on your side, which is that army. Okay? So, you don't have no assurance of your life. Okay? So how the fuck can you own if you don't have you don't even own your own life, man. Apostle Gabar went it plenty of times, man. You better look at that birth certificate document, man. Do your research. Look up the Social Security ticket, the card. Look up what all that means, man. We're slaves, man. Okay. So yeah, Lord willing is edifying, man. Hey, we don't own shit here, man. We won't own nothing until we get into the kingdom. Okay. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom, call all Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Kakwadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the hopeful elect. Let's end it off real quick, what he had to say.
Thinking that you own it. Clear evidence of this is anyone who owns a house, look at their mortgage, and you're referred to as the tenant. Not the owner, the tenant. So if you think you own your house, you're mistaken. Same with your car. The reason why they can impound your car is because you registered it, and under maritime admiralty salvage laws, they come along
and all you people that think you're gonna live outside the grid and don't need the Lord set this up to where we will go to our enemy for the one of all things. So you're gonna end up like them people that was over there, I think it was in England or wherever the fuck it was, these so-called, they Hebrew Israelites, okay? But so-called in the truth, whatever group that was, fucking let their kid die and buried their kid in the backyard because they was malnourishing the kid, man. Okay? All because they want to try to live off the grid. That live off the grid demon. Okay? But guess what, man? The elect, we're going to live on the grid, and we're going to be, Lord willing, we build that number, we're going to be delivered from out of this grid. Okay? So we ain't hiding, man. We're going to take what it got. And it says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. You motherfuckers that want to live off the grid, you want to have it easy. Okay? And then the Lord has to make an example out of you. And then now there's million of videos about you. Okay? Unfit as parents. Okay? So with that, Lord willing was edifying.
Adopted. In the case of the birth registry, they adopt the abandoned child. 1933 is when they start.
There you go.